Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing the Ford Ranger XLT, which is the more affordable Ranger. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Ford here in Draper for giving me some time with this Ranger. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a turbocharged 2.3 liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 20 around town and then 24 on the highway, with power outputs being 270 horsepower and then 310 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, starting with the hood, I really like the flat gray on this and how it's raised on either side. I think that looks super sharp. Got the C-shaped headlight design. You can see the fog lights down below. And I love the darker gray here too. Now, they've kind of made the Ranger more off-roady, if that makes sense. You can see the skid plate and everything underneath. And this is just an XLT, right? But yeah, overall, I think the front end looks kind of interesting. A lot of people have said it looks like an SUV. I don't know about that, but there you go. Now around the side here, our steering wheel setup is 255/70/17 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see with the wheels, you got the metallic gray there. And same thing with the fender flare as well. XLT here on the side, and then you got the fixed side step. Notice with the mirror caps and the door handles how those are the same color. And then this is an FX4 off-road truck, so you've got that decal on the back. And then the Ranger does still have leaf springs. And then here's your full side view with the Ranger. Now, taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function, remote start. We got the little flip out key as well. And then you can see the Ford logo there on the back. And then popping into the bed, the tailgate is dampened, so it does slow lower down. And then we do have some outlets here in the bed. You can see plenty of storage space in the bed as well. No bed liner though, sadly, on this one, but you can always add that in. Anyways, lifting up the tailgate, it's very light, probably one of the lightest in the mid-size pickup truck market. Ranger there, and then you can see the new kind of like squiggly taillight design. Parking sensors here at the bottom. And so, putting it all together, what do you guys think about the looks here on the XLT? Now, taking a look at the door panel, it's interesting. So you can see the trim here at the top. It's not really soft touch, but it has a nice texture to it. Same thing down below. It's just kind of interesting with the design, but this is actually soft touch with the stitching. And I like that trim that goes there. Storage right here. And then you can see with these seats, got like the gray cloth trim. Interesting design down the center. Legroom back here is pretty dang good. Got a little storage pocket. Got some more storage right here. Charging ports and all of that. And then aside from that, I guess headroom, pretty good. Now take a look at the front door panel, similar to the back with the design and then the soft touch. All of our window controls, the mirror adjustments, the mirrors do power fold in. You got blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then you can see we've got 1,584 pounds of payload capacity. And then taking a look at the seats, again, you got that cool design down the center. All of your adjustments on the side. Got our light controls right here. And then this is pretty cool with the trim design. And let's start her up. So I got to do the flip out key. There you go, built Ford tough. So here's a quick look at the steering wheel. You can see soft touch all around. Got that darker stitching there in the center. Practical controls here for the center. We also have our cruise control, volume controls, all of that. Then you can see the stocks here on the back as well. Now we have a digital gauge cluster here in the center, even with the XLT package, so kind of fancy. I think with the overall design, you can see different bits of information, and so yeah, I think that makes it all pretty easy to use. Now surprisingly, we actually have a 360 camera, so you can see the backup camera in that bird's eye view. Solid resolution overall, so I think they've done a good job with the system there. And then as for the infotainment system, so vertical tablet layout, pretty easy to use. You can see with the home screen button there. And I mean, it responds, I'd say, pretty quickly overall. And then notice with the functions here in the center, then the climate stuff's always accessible at the bottom, but they did double down with some physical climate buttons at the very bottom. I think this trim here looks pretty cool. It goes across the dash. You can see the storage above the glove box, and then the glove box itself. And then we do have a wireless phone charging pad right there. Shifter for the 10-speed with our manual mode. Got your parking brake right here with some cup holders. Drive line select. And then you can see here with the controls for stability, parking, and this just basically turns on the off-road camera. It's kind of interesting. And then we got the center console. Nice trim on the top, and then the window in the back is power sliding. So it's kind of hard to see the window sticker, but 2024 XLT, so 301A basically just has the wheels as an upgrade, and then the XLT Tech package, and then towing package. $45,485 is the total MSRP. And let's sum things up. I had to dig for the keys in my pocket. Okay. Well, let's talk about the visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring at the rear. And let us set off in the Ranger XLT. So I just reviewed the Lariat the other day, but now we got XLT today in the rain. In the rain. So I got some big Ranger news. My one friend should be taking delivery of his Ranger Raptor relatively. I thought we were gonna be able to make it through here, but now I'm kind of questioning. We're gonna go the other way. We're gonna play it safe. But yeah, he should be taking delivery of his Ranger Raptor relatively soon, and so we will have lots of fun reviews with that because he's a huge off-road enthusiast. So we will have reviews taking it off-road, all of that stuff, actually doing Raptor stuff with the Raptor. But focusing here on the XLT, nice seats. I like how the bolstering comes up a bit. It holds you in place nice. But on top of that, it's not uncomfortable. It's, yeah, good bolstering. Good bolstering overall. And I guess half this review is going to be getting out of this part of the parking lot. But yeah, the 2.3, it's a solid powertrain in my opinion. It's got good torque for what it is, and I think that, so I've seen some comments of people talking about like, hey, you know, why doesn't this have more power now? I think part of that is because Ford's offering the 2.7 V6 in the Ranger, right, as an option, which I'm excited to review that when that comes out. So it's like, if you want more power, we've got a bigger engine. But I think Ford's also trying to focus on reliability with the Ranger, because people that buy mid-sized pickup trucks, reliability is important for them, and having, you know, a turbocharged engine, right, innately is not going to be as reliable as naturally aspirated. But if you do less power on the turbocharged engine, so you're not pushing it to the limits, then that always helps out the reliability. That's what Toyota's done for years, right? They always take an engine and they always make it, you know, quote unquote underpowered, and so then that always kind of leads to a bit more reliability with the vehicle. So we'll use this as kind of like our little acceleration slash suspension test. Yeah, it's got good power. Again, it's not different. Like if you have a previous gen Ranger, you're really not going to notice the difference from a powertrain perspective. Biggest stuff you'll notice is the interior, and then the suspension's a little bit different. So yeah, all in all, XLT, you know, 45 grand. It's got some solid features with this FX4 package. I mean, you know, for everything it's offering, I think it's pretty reasonably priced. And so let me know what you guys think about the XLT. I think this might be the Ranger sweet spot for a lot of people. XLT FX4, because it's still relatively affordable, and then it also has some off-road chops.